Om. Om. We are in, I think, 24th chapter of Geetha Vahini, and Swami is talking about how we can see the Lord, experience the Lord. Um, he's talking about how to have the Bhava Rupa Darshanam. That was what we were discussing. The Swami says, according to our feelings, the Lord appears and blesses us. And for that, the buddhi has to be pointed inwards. The way Prahlada was able to see the Lord in every place. Um, so those were the topics we were discussing just before we uh, completed the session last week. So we'll continue where we left off. Kalyani will just read it once and then continue.
Should I
Okay.
read this?
No, okay, we can continue. Yeah, we can continue.
Go to the next one.
Yes, yes.
To revel in multiplicity is ignorance. To visualize the unity is the sign of wisdom, jnanam. Shavam, or those who are dead to reality, alone see this as many. Only Shivam, or the divine, sees the seeming many as one. What is called Nyayam, Atma, Kshetrajna, and Parabrahman is that one only. This was taught to Arjuna so that he might experience the bliss thereof. Readers, as the rivers have the sea as their goal, jivas have Brahman as their goal. Permanent joy can never be received by the conscious jiva from material objects. Moksha is the acquisition of permanent joy. It is also called the attainment of Brahman. Fixed, exclusive devotion to Godhead can come only to those who have no attachment to the wild phantasmagoria of name and form, which is called the world. That alone can win Atma Jnana. The world is the instrument for the attainment of renunciation. That is the reason why it is so tempting and so treacherous. He is the real Vedantin who sees the world as an instrument for escape from its coils. Usually, the word urdhva is meant to mean above, high, etc. But if you consider the world to be a tree, then it has its roots in Brahman. That is, the roots are above and the branches are below. This was taught to Arjuna by Krishna thus. The tree of samsara, or life, is a very peculiar one. It is quite distinct from the trees of the world. The trees that you see in the world have their branches above and roots below. The Ashwatha, the cosmic tree of samsara, however, has its roots above and branches below. It is a topsy-turvy tree.
Thank you. I think we'll read Telugu, I think, Auntie.
Saira. నానాత్వం గోచరించున్నదే అజ్ఞానము.
Ignorance is perceived by ignorance perceives multiplicity.
ఏకత్వం గోచరించున్నదే జ్ఞానము.
Jnanam perceives oneness. Perceiving oneness is jnanam.
నానా విభేదాలు శవదృష్టి.
Seeing the multiplicity and the differences is the vision of the dead body.
ఏకదృష్టియే శివదృష్టి.
Seeing one is the vision of the Shiva.
తత్ అనినను, జ్ఞేయమనినను, ఆత్మ అనినను, క్షేత్రజ్ఞుడనినను, పరబ్రహ్మ అనినను ఒకటే. ఒకటేనవి పరమాత్ముడు అనుభవ రూపమున అర్జునకు బోధించినాడు.
So the Paramatma, Supreme Lord Krishna, taught Arjuna in an experienceable way that when we say that or Jnaya, or that which is to be known, Atma or Kshetrajna, the knower of the field, Parabrahma, these are all the same. And it was experientially taught by Krishna to Arjuna.
పాఠకులారా, నదులకు సముద్రములాగా జీవులకు గమ్యస్థానము బ్రహ్మప్రాప్తి.
Oh readers, just the way the ocean is the destination for the rivers, for the living beings, the destination is the attainment of Brahman.
చైతన్య స్వరూపులైన జీవులకు జడస్వరూపములైన వస్తువులతో శాశ్వత సుఖము ఏనాడు ఉండదు.
For the living beings whose real form is the consciousness, the inert form of all objects will never grant permanent happiness.
బ్రహ్మ ప్రాప్తి అనిను, నిత్య సుఖమనిను, మోక్షమనిను ఒకటే.
With the attainment of Brahman or permanent happiness or liberation, all these are one.
ఇవి అన్నీ పర్యాయ పదములు.
They are all synonyms. Sari aunty?
Synonyms. నానా రూప ప్రపంచముపై వైరాగ్యము కలిగిన వారికే అనన్య భక్తి కుదురును.
So only those who have completely detached from the multiplicity, the world of multiplicity in creation, only for them this ananya bhakti or bhakti without any other distraction is possible to attain.
అదే ఆత్మజ్ఞానము అందించును.
That alone grants the knowledge of Atman.
సంసార ఆసక్తమైన చిత్తమునకు వైరాగ్యం నేర్చు నిమిత్తమై,
to teach the mind which is attached to the world, to teach this mind this detachment.
ప్రపంచమును ఒక అశ్వత్థముగా చెప్పమైనది. చెప్పడం.
The creation has been described as people tree.
దీనిని తెలుసుకున్నవాడే నిజమైన వేదాంతి అని కూడాను చెప్పవచ్చు.
Whoever knows this alone is a Vedanti, one who is has a knowledge of Vedanta.
లోకమున సామాన్యముగా ఊర్ధ్వమన్న పై భాగమని తలంతురు.
In this world, in ordinary parlance, urdhva means something which is high.
కానీ ఈ భగవత్ వాక్యమైన బ్రహ్మాండ వృక్షమునకు,
but for this great grand tree which is taught by the Lord, described by the Lord,
బ్రహ్మమే ఊర్ధ్వము.
The highest point is Brahman himself.
మాయోపాధిక బ్రహ్మము ఈ జగత్తునకు మూలమైనది.
The Brahman, which is Mayopadika, means
covered by Maya.
yeah, pointed by, yeah, covered by Maya, it becomes the root for this world.
Word. సమస్తమునకు బ్రహ్మమే అధిష్టానము.
For everything, Brahman is the overruler, something.
సబ్స్ట్రాటం అధిష్టాన is substratum.
Substratum, okay.
దీనిని గురించే తదుపరి పరమాత్మ అర్జునకు తెలుపుచున్నాడు.
Krishna Paramatma, the Supreme Lord Krishna, is teaching about this or explaining this.
I think it's one more sentence is needed, I think. అర్జున సంసార వృక్షము చాలా విచిత్రమైన అశ్వత్థము.
Arjuna, the tree of life or this existence is very strange.
ప్రపంచమున చూచు వృక్షమునకును
In this world, whatever the trees we see,
ఈ విచిత్రమైన సంసార వృక్షమునకు చాలా వ్యత్యాసము.
and this the tree of life, there is a lot of difference.
ప్రపంచమున చూచు వృక్షములకు కొమ్మలు పైభాగం ఉన్నది.
For the trees which we see in this world, the branches are at the top.
వేరులు లోభాగమైన భూమి యందు ఉండును.
And the roots are below in the earth,
అయితే
in the lower part.
అయితే సంసార అశ్వత్థమున అట్లు కాక,
but the banyan tree, I think banyan tree of this tree of life. Ashwatha means, it's Ashwatha people tree. I'm sorry, auntie. The people tree of life.
Alamaram is banyan tree.
Banyan tree, yeah, this people tree.
అయితే సంసార అశ్వత్థమున అట్లు కాక పూర్ణ విరుద్ధమైనది పేర్లు పై భాగమందును. వేర్లు
for the tree, it is completely opposite to this, and its roots are above.
కొమ్మలు క్రింద భాగమందును.
And the branches are below.
కనిపించుచుండును.
That's the way it's seen.
It looks like that. అనగా తలకిందులు వృక్షముగా ఉండును.
That means it is something upside down.
దీనికి అశ్వత్థమని పేరు అని అన్నాడు.
That is called Ashwatha or the people tree.
Yeah, Saira, that's all.
Urdhva Moolam Adashaka, that's
that's 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
Swami is talking about. Lots of things are packed in this Ashwatha tree. The whole session can take just to understand what is Ashwatha tree. Of this word, of course. The tree of samsara.
See, the tree is called Ashwatha because it's like a horse. Continuously moving. Apparently, a horse also, not a single part will be, the entire horse will never be stationary. It will start, it has to move something in the body. That's why it's called Ashwatha.
Another meaning given is Ashwa means horses. Yes. So in those days, people used to travel on horses. And the horses used to take rest under the shade of this tree. They ashwatha.
I see.
When horses stay there. So it's ashwatha also.
Because Swami, the people tree, the leaves are continuously shaking.
Shaking. So also the samsara is always
moving. So that's why Swami says the mind is the Ashwatha. Because it is also, that's Ashwamedha Yagam Also, it's basically the same thing. It's a roaming around freely, the mind. And whoever captures it becomes the winner. That means whoever can stop it from moving around becomes the victor. So that's Ashwamedha Yajna is something which Swami has explained.
Yeah, yeah. The kings used to leave the horse free. Wherever it goes, that boundary belongs to the king. That's how Ashwamedha Yaga used to be done. And whoever faces it and challenges it, he has to fight with the king to get that area.
Anyone would like to comment on anything? This strange tree of life.
The Sairam, I also thought why it shows maybe that the tree of life, it's the upside down. When we, maybe as a simple example, I thought when we throw the family tree or,
Yeah.
maybe I thought, maybe the father and mother, then, the children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, it would be coming like that, maybe that may be the reason it says that, top down, the other trees, the root is only a little, and then the stump and the branches and those things, but only the life, it goes the upside down. I was wondering for a long time why it says the upside down. They call the root is equivalent to Brahman, but still the maybe the very normal understanding, I thought maybe a family tree, when it comes down and down and down, it expands, it takes pages for some families,
Yes, Sanand, it's correct. It's
Sister,
also the same meaning.
Sister, samsara means actually family life only. So samsara vriksha means family tree. But the thing is, you are right, because if you keep on drawing the tree up, up and up, it has to start with Brahma, because he was the original father,
But while drawing the family tree also, Arun,
Yes,
we
and
take our greatest ancestors who are all for the original family. And from there, we just take the is how children are born and their children and their grandchildren. That's how the family tree is drawn. Exactly the same way. Brahman is the source from whom we have all come as Brahmins. Sairam.
Sairam.
And also I have had the in maybe in the middle passage, Swami said, the world is the instrument for the attainment of renunciation. That is why it is so tempting and so treacherous. So things in the world are the instruments, or the whole world is the instrument for the attainment of renunciation. So if the world is the instrument, then why the people are maybe most sages or sannyasis, they don't mingle in the world, and maybe in order to maybe reach to the higher level or higher destination, they tend to be away, from the world. And if the world is the instrument, for the attainment of moksha, then why they are running away from the ordinary world?
Because of the word upadulu, see? Sister is...
Samsara asaktamaina chittamunaku వైరాగ్యము నేర్పు నిమిత్తమై ప్రపంచమును ఒక అశ్వత్థముగా చెప్పడమైనది. Living in this world only people can attain moksha, but people question Nimit on this sister on this question is why people go away, run away from the world.
Exactly, Auntie.
Yeah, that's her question. Aruna wants to talk, I think.
Dasanana wants to say something. Bihi raised his hands before me.
Yes, Sairam, Auntie. So the world is the main instrument to attain the moksha, because you can bhakti or knowledge or Veda knowledge or karma. So this is from the world only, but you have to understand the Maya too. So if you want to attain all these three, you have to use the world. Some sannyasis, they are moving to the jungle or anything. They don't want to mingle with the people and they want to be by themselves. But if you can control your mind, you can be in this. You can mingle with the people, and your mind supposed to be focused on the Lord all the time. With using the word only, you can attain the moksha. Even though sannyasi they going to the jungle, they also in the world. Thank you, Saira.
So I would maybe just to point something out. The translation may not doesn't seem to reflect what is stated in Telugu. Because the Telugu, Swami says, samsaratmakamaina chittamunaku. So, for the mind which is...
Arun, samsara
yes.
asaktamaina.
Samsara asaktamaina.
Asakta. The
Yeah,
one who is
attached to the samsara.
Attached to the samsara.
Yeah, for the mind which is attached to samsara or this world, for that to teach vairagya, for that, the Swami says, Nepi nimittamai, for the sake of that, prapanchamunu oka ashwattamuga chappavadina. So to teach that vairagya, the creation has been described as an ashwatha. See, what it basically means, it is something which is temporary. It is always changing. So that people will develop vairagya. That's what Swami is saying. So it is Krishna is teaching this world is an ashwatha tree, and which is continuously changing and moving about. It's never steady. So by knowing that, people may develop vairagya. That's the way it is said. Yeah. I don't see Swami in any place saying the world is needed for renunciation.
No, it's not correct. Yeah.
Yes. So I thought I will just... so I understand the world is the instrument for that time. I don't think that's what Swami is saying. In Telugu, it is definitely not.
One who is... Sorry. Go on, Aruna.
No, go ahead, Auntie. I wanted to hear from you.
One who is so much attached to this world and its temptations and its, it makes him, he has to get out of that if he wants to moksha. So this ashwatha is taught to common people like us to say that the world is ever changing. Don't have any attachment to this. Try to focus the other way where, your attention should be on that permanent moksha or Brahma Prapti. That's why this Ashwatha example is given. The world can never leave us with all its pleasures and with all its temptations. It's very difficult to move away from it. But once when we know this is not permanent, this is not an eternal thing, we have to get out of it. That detachment, when it comes, then he can attain this, try to attain Brahma Prapti. Sai Ram.
Thank you, Auntie. Yes, Sister Aruna.
Hi, brother. I am looking at the same thing here. In this context, the world is it's an instrument kind of. I'm looking at it because of Swami is asking in the first paragraph to see everything is many. Whoever can see as one, then they will realize as the jnana, right? So that's for that. And to see the world only will give you a chance to like understand what is permanent and non-permanent thing, and to understand more over the Lord, to see the temporary things. Um, that kind of understanding I am having it. The other thing is don't attach the sannyasi and all. They are in the world, but they realize that these whatever is happening in the world is not real. Then they are going focus in the world to the reality, focused to the law. That kind of things only I'm getting. Even they are living in the world, they know where to focus. Thank you, Sarah.
Are you saying that the world teaches you that, sister?
The world give an opportunity for them to see the right thing, right? Is they are taking as a
See,
truth.
there are 6 billion people. How many people have learned that? See, the whole problem with humanity is because they don't know where to find permanent bliss. So until you know the source of permanent bliss is God, you are still going to run after the world. World will not help you at all because you will try to find permanent happiness only in the world. So the world can never be an instrument to teach anyone. There are people making the same mistakes again and again, hoping that the result will be different. So that's why I'm saying this translation is wrong. I think if you try to interpret it, you are interpreting something completely different from what Swami has told in the Telugu. See, that's why Swami has given us this opportunity for us to read the Telugu. Unfortunately, the translation is wrong. Simply put, because the world, everyone is experiencing this world. That alone, even how many ever time people are disappointed, people are facing sorrow and sadness, until they know that you have to see somewhere else to seek happiness, you'll
So
still.
in the world is teaching you what is the reality. I'm just asking.
World is not teaching anything. World will not point you to God. In the world, nothing in the world is pointing you to something permanent. It is not. It can only tell you, I'm temporary, I'm temporary. That's all the world can say.
So
So
what
if
is
you
the first paragraph says then?
see, that's why, see, if you go up, Swami says, Vairagi is possible only for somebody, Swami has said. Let's.
You see many and see as one.
We'll read again,
Okay,
line by line.
that's good. Yeah.
Because see, so that's the problem with, see, this is Swami's grace that we are able to read Telugu and understand. Because sometimes many things get lost in the translation. Okay, then the problem with that statement is then we'll say, oh, we will just enjoy the world. One day it's going to teach us Vairagya. That's what
But
people anyway do.
in the world only you have enjoyment as well as pain, right? So then you will realize these are not supposed to be a fact, right? Because Swami, we were put it in the world, right? So how then people are going to realize if the world is not an instrument? We also cannot realize it, right?
No, sister, someone who has diabetes has so much problem with eating sugar. Okay. It may give enough amount of pain. You know what people will say, give me some medicine which will free me from the problem. I want to still enjoy the sugar. That's what people are looking for. That is the way they find permanent happiness. No one develops detachment, vairagyam. This world is full of that. Any amount of pain,
So
any
you are
amount of
saying
pain
you
you
cannot
still.
develop. So you are
Pardon?
saying you cannot develop detachment while you are living in the world?
Sister, if it was so, everyone will be liberating after one life. Why people again take another life? Because you're unable to develop vairagya. See, in this world, people are just caught in the samsara only because the taste is so high. You're so addicted to the taste. Even though it's temporary, even though it's full of pain, people still seek and go after that again and again.
Next,
No one through just in the world, people have not developed vairagya.
next question comes, how to develop detachment? When you know that it is so tempting, so tasty, all the pleasures of life, you're saying that first detachment should come. How to develop that? That is what the question comes here.
So, Sai Ram Aunty, so that the whole Bhagavad Gita, even people in heaven, they wanted to born in the world to get the final destination. So world is the ladder in order to achieve the self-realization. That's what even Swami came to this world, taught so many things. If we leave this body, how are you going to get the liberation? So only through the world, that's what even the horse, that body is shaking all the time. Same thing, Aswath, the tree, leaves moving all the time. Our mind also moving all the time. But as soon as you control your mind, the at- uh, desire and your attachments goes away, then you can control the mind and you can you can experience the Atma, or you can be merged into the Atma, and you will get the final destination. So if you want to get a human life, after so many birth, only final we are getting the human birth. The human birth only is the only one we can uh, merge into the merge in the Paramatma. Thank you, sister. Thank you, auntie. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Can you repeat? I didn't understand.
Brother, just discussing to see only, okay? Yes, that's it.
We'll read line by line, okay? See,
Okay.
the problem, see, Swami Jivalakku, Swami says, just for the human living beings in this world, which are inert, you will not attain permanent happiness. That's the first statement Swami is saying, in Telugu at least. See, in English also, it's permanent joy can never be received by the conscious jiva from material objects. That's the first sentence. Then Swami says, the next one is, moksha is the acquisition of permanent joy. Liberation is the acquisition of permanent joy. In Telugu, Swami says, Brahma prapti aninanu, nitya sukamainanu, mokshamainanu, okate. Swami says, all these three point to the same thing, which is attainment of Brahman, liberation, and permanent happiness. All three mean the same. Then Swami's Nana Rupa Prapanchamupai Vairagyamu Kaligina Vare Ananya Bhakti Ananya Bhakti Kudurunu. Swami says fixed exclusive devotion, that means Ananya Bhakti, is possible only for those who have no attachment to the I don't know why Nana Rupa Prapanchamu, that is
Multiple.
phantasmagoria of name and form. Okay, this world, Swami says, that is even devotion is possible only if you have vairagya, detachment from this world.
Multiple state.
Okay. Then Swami says, Ade Atma Jnananu Antir. That so only detachment from the world can give you Atma Jnana. Then Swami says, Samsaratma Chittamunuku Vairagyam Nerpu Nirtabai. So in order to teach this mind which is engrossed in these worldly objects, to teach it what is this truth, Krishna tells about the Ashwatha tree. So he's telling this tree, this world is of Ashwatha tree or the people tree. Is this example, this analogy is given by Krishna, or this description is given by Krishna to teach Vairagya. So that is where
yeah. So Vairagyamu nerpu nimittamai. Here nimittamai means karanam.
for the sake.
For the sake of teaching Vairagya,
Yes.
this universe is created.
This universe is created
As prapanchamunano oka ashwathamuga cheppabadinadi. Sorry.
So it has been described as a people tree. To teach Vairagyam. The thing is, to teach Vairagyam, this has been told. Because the problem is, we are all born as human beings, as Brother Dasan said. So that, see, it's like this. We go to school. Why did we come to school means not to play with the friends, to study. Okay. That's the way we all come to this world to attain Brahma.
So that's
as human beings. Okay. So the school is needed. Studying in the school is needed.
Yes.
Not playing with everyone.
So that is an instrument. Am I right?
Pardon?
You cannot call it instrument.
We need world. That means that's an instrument, right?
No. Instrument should.
There's no word instrument is not given, sister.
Okay.
See, the school is the school an instrument. School is a place where you learn.
Yeah.
School is the place where you study. Okay, the school itself is a place where you study. You listen to the teacher and study. Okay, without any distraction. Ananya, Chinta, you understand? But the thing is, when we come into the world, samsara is the whirlpool of existence. Being born, dying, being born, dying, getting more attached. People get married, you have family, you have friends, and so that is getting stuck. So if you are really a human being, Swami, God will say you become a sannyasi. Be a sannyasi. God will keep the world going, but you become a sannyasi. That is the only purpose. And for the sannyasi, you have to develop vairagya. So the world is not going to help you. World is not even an instrument for developing vairagya.
As it is said in Swami's this thing, for the sake of teaching. It's not the instrument. For the sake of teaching human beings detachment, this word is compared to that Ashwatha tree. For the sake of, if you take it that way, yes, the word instrument doesn't come there.
So the next statement also, I think, as Auntie is, he's a real Vedantin who sees the world as an instrument for the escape from its coils. That is, so everyone is caught in that coil of that sentence. So
దీనిని తెలుసుకున్నవాడే నిజమైన వేదాంతి అని కూడా one who knows this truth is the real Vedanti.
Auntie, brother, question. So how you are going to develop your vairagya? So where you will understand the difference of develop the vairagya within you. So for that, you have to understand, right?
What do you have to understand? From where are you going to understand? How will you understand?
Because we have put it in the world. So from world only, I'm thinking like that. That's why I'm keep on coming back to you. Where are we are going to learn that? So how we are going to learn the vairagya?
How can one learn vairagya?
Yeah.
Okay, how? No, from the world. Now you are saying from the world you learn Vairagya. Please tell.
Oh,
I
Sarah.
am not saying that, You said from the world. I see Krishna, Swami is telling. Oh, let's go back to Swami. Swami is telling for people to learn Vairagya, the description of people tree has been given as a way of teaching it, to teach Vairagya. Okay, so that's what Swami has said. He has not said the world is going to teach you. He said to teach you what Vairagya, the description of Ashwatthata tree has been given by Krishna to Arjuna. Okay, so that means the world is not giving you that example. That I am an Ashwatha tree, the world is not telling. Okay, the world is not telling Ashwatha tree. Krishna is telling this world is Ashwatha. The world is actually telling you, come, you can have full happiness with me. And people are just running here, there, and everywhere. Okay. You have more money, you will be happy. You have more things accumulated, you will be happy. Or you have a family, you get married, you will be happy. You have children, you will be happy. Afterwards, also, people don't learn. They think how many people having happiness after all chasing all this, but they will still say, no, we are still having happiness. Though every day it is suffering. No one will admit it to anyone.
Oh.
Not only that, Swami in a recent discourse is saying the parents who themselves are suffering want to put their children also in the suffering and force them to get married. Swami is telling this is the worst thing which can happen. This is the biggest adharma. Like that, Swami is telling. Because they themselves are suffering, but they will never admit it to themselves. And they will tell the children, you also suffer. It will be nice. And it continues. Okay, Vairakyam doesn't come, sister. If someone got married and suffering, and if they have cultivated Vairagya, they will tell everyone, don't marry, don't marry. But people don't do that.
But we are not here to educate like that, right? But within us, we will come to the point.
No, where's the result?
Before me, Kalyani is there. I'm sorry.
No, your question is still not finished.
Uncle, it's just about Arun Auntie's question, because I think I understand. I have similar misunderstanding to Arun Auntie maybe, and I just posted in the chat this song that Swami wrote the song, right, Auntie?
Mayapani.
Because there's
Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's Swami saying, you are throwing us back into this Maya, samsara, and bondage. There is no way to get rid of this bondage. And Swami's telling the people who don't want to leave him that is your salvation. So you tell us. So I'm trying to reconcile those two kind of thoughts. I mean, because Swami's saying this samsara, you go back, that your salvation is there. So what does that mean then?
This is called an ironical song. See, it's like, Swami will say, I've nicely told you, you don't understand. I will throw you and hopefully you learn the lesson. You understand?
Even when the people are crying that they want to stay with Swami?
No, that is not a good, still that is not mature request. That is the problem. Okay. I think, stay with Swami. Swami will say, you will not learn to stay with me sitting here because you are not learning. So I will give you another lesson. See, if you are sitting there, you take it for granted. You think I'm with God. But you are not really with God. So he will say, you're not learning the lesson, I will have to throw you. I have to give you additional lessons.
Kalyani, okay. Which song you are referring to?
Auntie, this Maya.
Kali Yuga Muna Butti.
Butti, that's what I wanted to just say. Maya samsara bandhanamulo trosiye dariyu lekane chesitiva adiye mukti ani mere cheppi pammanu chunnare saisha. You are asking me to go back. That's Kali Yuga Muna, and that song it comes. So what is that statement? Why Swami is sending us back to this world? And he himself has thrown us into this Maya Samsara.
Yes, yes, to learn ourselves.
And
See,
now to get away from Samsara, the way, yeah, go ahead, Arun.
yeah, Swami is telling what is we are inside what we are thinking. Okay, what you think? Oh, you say you want to learn from the world, go and learn. He will throw you. Then
So,
you had to come back running back to me.
okay. So that is so one more sentence, brother. Sorry, one more sentence. To reveal the in multiplicity is ignorance, right? In the world,
Yes.
the one in visualizing the unity is the sign of wisdom.
Yes.
So in the world only you are asking to see that. Am I right?
It's ignorance.
Maya, all kind of things.
Sister, see, you can't learn to see unity in the world. But once you learn unity,
yes,
you will not see multiplicity in the world.
yes, okay.
You are never going to
That's
learn.
true.
You are never going to learn unity in the world. The world will not teach you. But once you learn, you will not see the multiplicity in the world. But you can't.
Yes.
Okay.
Agree.
That's all. So you are not going to see unity in the world. You are not going to learn. It's not even an instrument which will teach you. But once you learn it, you can apply and live in this world without a problem. Without a problem.
Yeah.
The world is never going to teach you unity. But first you have to learn it. Then you will not see the
world will not teach you, but in world you are learning. Like a Swami, we are in the world and learning from Swami. World. So if we are not in the world, how we are going to learn that?
Huh?
So I'm just saying, if it's not an instrument, so if it's
Sister,
not an instrument, I shouldn't be alive at all. I will die. I'm just saying. So Swami put in the world to see him. I'm just trying to understand. Okay, please. So you have given a book.
Sister, then we should not come and read this. Just live in the world, you will develop vairagya. Why are we coming and learning this?
In the world only we are reading, right? Am I right? We are not in the world now. We are not seeing each other. We are seeing everyone, right?
If you see in the world, we will not learn. That's the problem.
No, I didn't come to I didn't come to the point of like seeing everything is one yet, but I am trying to see at least in the world. I can see the way I was thinking before and how I'm thinking now has been changed. But the world given an opportunity for me to progress towards Swami, but it has a lot of time. I don't know, even one thing I cannot read and understand. So it's a long way to go, but it's giving me an opportunity to progress. That's how I'm seeing it. Sorry. No, this is just my...
Yes, Brother Thasan.
And especially
Sairam,
Swami.
brother. In this world, if you look at a tree, that will teach you everything. If you look at the tree, that will give you fruits. Even if you hit the tree, it doesn't hit you back. Even it has more fruits, it's bend down and give the fruits. So the ego, you learn so many things. Even after the tree death, we can use that one. Even in the life, we are getting so many benefits. Even from the world, we are learning from so many people, then we are changing our life. The people don't want to learn, they have to come back to this earth many times, then that they have to pass through this cycle. The person who understand, learn from this world, he definitely is going to achieve his target. For an example, even the Bhagavad Gita, the main thing is karma. Even if you are not attached to the fruit of the action, if you learn from that one, definitely Lord Krishna said you're going to be attained moksha. So the world is the ladder. Thank you, brother.
Okay, I think we will continue to be in the
Sorry,
ladder. So
sorry, brother.
we
Yes,
will move on. We will
yes,
move on.
we'll move on.
Okay,
Okay.
we will move on.
Yes.
Otherwise, we are not progressing.
Okay.
Let's develop vairagya from this.
Isn't it sort of, Uncle, like Vidya Maya and Avidya Maya? Like,
You can see Avidya Maya helps you in some way, to some respect, in some respect. But when the word samsara is used, Swami has used the word samsara. Samsara is that you're caught in the rotating world. It's a vicious cycle of birth and death. That is not going to teach you. Vidya Maya has nothing to do with samsara. Vidya Maya is seeing the Lord in the world. Okay, seeing the Lord in the world, not the other way around. See, this is, I think we did, I don't know whether it's Dharma Vahini or Dhyana Vahini. Maybe I'm mixing up. But that Swami has given an example. Swami says, when you put your child to sleep, think that you are putting God to sleep. But don't think the other way. Don't think the child is giving me the experience of God. So that means then we are bringing God down to the stone and not taking the stone to God. In the stone, you will never find God. But then you can say, oh, it was an instrument through which I saw God. Okay. But that knowledge, stone will never give. You already get the knowledge from God, which you are applying. So the thing is, the world, you can practice something in the world, maybe to perfect your lesson. But independent of the world also, you can learn. See, the Buddha, one sentence I will make, and then I think we should move on. See, Buddha left home in the midnight, went away, meditated, and came back. And he attained nirvana and came back. So when he was teaching, apparently his wife told Buddha, you could have attained this nirvana even staying at home. Why did you have to leave? Okay, that was the question she asked. And Buddha just smiled. Buddha just smiled because if he had stayed, see, already he was married, he lived with her, he had the child. No nirvana came. He left home, he attained nirvana and came. After you attain nirvana, you are not affected by anything. So, but his wife was asking, Yashodhara asked, and Buddha didn't even answer the question. He just smiled. Because it is like the Maya telling, come to me, I will teach you liberation. It's like the mirage telling, come, 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 I am going to teach you, I am a mirage. You run after the mirage will still go far and far. This world is like that. It will never teach you. You can only fall down, die. You will fall down tired. You will get up again and you will run after the mirage. So the world is like a mirage. The mirage will never teach you give you water. Only the source of water will give you water. So the person, when the day he stops running after mirage and runs after the source of water, the person will get water. Okay. So this Ashwatha tree is to tell this is impermanent. This is a Maya. So we should not convince the word Maya. Oh, there is Vidya Maya. So, the world will. So I think we just because we got caught in this coil of samsara here because of the translation which we read. So that's why I think we should move on. I think we will say if that's the way people feel, it's good. But my point is, we are not arguing. Let's not debate. Yes, Auntie, please say.
Sorry,
But-
brothers. Okay.
Okay, Aruna, if
No. Auntie.
one, okay, Sai Ram. You know, living here in this world of samsara, look at that source. Look at the source from where you have come. If you, instead of attaching ourselves to this this world with all its temptations, look at that source and turn your attention to the source. That source is the one which gives you permanent happiness, not this world. So living in samsara, we can learn that lesson. That's why Ashwatha, analogy of Ashwatha is given to us. That's what Swami is saying. For the sake of teaching detachment to you, this analogy of Ashwatha tree is given to you. Swami is saying the same thing. Sai Ram. Okay,
Yes, Sister Aruna.
Brother, so one thing I like about is you said the world is a mirage. That I agree.
Yes.
Like that, so in order to understand the it's not real. Then you will focus the right thing.
attention.
Thank you.
See, the word samsara means it's a whirlpool. If you're caught in a whirlpool, will the whirlpool liberate you from itself?
No.
It'll take you down and down. Okay. So samsara means it's a whirlpool of existence. Samsara means that which continuously rotates like a whirlpool. Once you get caught,
You are in it.
you are in it. You can't extricate
You can't
yourself.
come out.
You
Yes.
can't.
Yes. There's no escape.
Escape.
Okay.
So then you should know, then what you should know, I am caught in the whirlpool. I have to somehow escape from it. That is not going to help me.
Okay.
So life is like that.
Yeah.
So we are all caught in this whirlpool of life. See, until we realize this is a whirlpool and we have to escape, it is not going to help us. You will still hold on to the whirlpool and hope that the whirlpool is helping you. So that is samsara.
So Swami came out to pull us out from the world.
Exactly. So he's
Okay.
saying, leave the whirlpool and come to me.
Yes.
And we are saying, no, the whirlpool is going to
Yes.
liberate me. We will stay.
That's why Swami said, okay, I'm asking for coffee powder instead of milk. I know. Yes. Okay.
Sai Ram.
Thank you. But
Sai Ram. At the same time, not to running away from the world is also not going to help us. Running away from this world is also will not help us. That's also so true. Living here is enjoying the pleasures of life is also not good. Running away from here also is not good. But living here in this world with detachment and looking at the source, that source is the one which is going to give me happiness. I should focus my attention on that Brahman. That is the lesson which Swami wants us to learn. Sai Ram. Let's move on, as you say.
The running away also, it all depends on where we run away to. See, mentally at least you have to run away from.
Mentally, of course, run away.
See, physically running away without the mind still being caught is of no use.
It is of no use.
See, that run away is bad. But mentally, if you run away, at least some benefit, definitely some chance. But most great people actually ran away physically also. All the great people had the courage and the conviction to run away even physically. But we may not be as strong as them. That's a different matter. Or whatever our circumstances and karma may not allow. That's a different matter. But all the great people ran away. They gave up everything and ran instantly.
But
their minds were also went with them. Their mind went with them.
Mind went with them. That is the most important thing. They didn't run out of fear.
No.
They didn't run out of dejection and sorrow and unhappiness. No. They went in search of the truth.
Yeah.
That is very, very important.
Before we gave up, Swami gave the clear picture. Thank you.
Oh, Uncle, but would you say then that like people who did not run away physically, like Janaka or like Dharmavada,
He ran away mentally.
Mentally.
that's really what's important, not really the physical movement of. So like physical samsara, it's just whirling around, whether you're in a forest or whether you're in a family, the samsara is rotating around you. But if you're, as long as you're not attached to it, then
That's
that's.
Oh, good.
The mind has to detach, not physical detachment.
Brother, this
Hands in the forest and mind in the city. No, the other way
Yes.
around.
Hands in the
Head in the forest, hands in the society.
yes, yes. Yeah, this discussion gave us a good lesson, brother. Clear
very
understanding. Thank you. Otherwise, we are attached to the world. Thank you.
Mentally, at least, you should be detached.
some
Physically, do your duty. Whatever has to be done has to be done. So that Swami's recipe is hands in the society, head in the forest.
yes, correct.
So I just a personal question, like, would you advise like your own child not to get married or not to have children?
Yes, yes,
Really?
actually, that's what Queen Madalasa did.
Mm.
Swami, these are again Swami has talked about Queen Madalasa.
What is that story, brother? Please.
We studied this Madalasa in Sandhya Nivarni time.
Madala, no?
Forget.
Because the world has made you forget what we learned in Sandhya
Yeah,
Nivarni.
that's the thing. We have to forget. We have to forget. We have to forget. I'm just joking.
Buddhosi, Buddhosi, like that. Madalasa was a queen. She was a jnani. And when the children were born, she was teaching them from childhood that you have to have vairagya. You are really Atman. You don't belong to the world. So every child who was born went away to the forest.
Lullaby she used to sing.
Lullaby. Swami has sung that. And Swami has spoken about Madalasa so many times.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? We
Oh.
studied also, sister. Maybe 2.5 or 3 years ago.
Progressing.
The world didn't help.
Yes, world progressing.
The whirlpool, will pull us down. So I think Swami will actually Swami would like us to teach, not by word, by deed. They may learn, they may not learn, doesn't matter. But we have to be detached. I think that's the way to teach them.
Yeah. Next, I think.
Okay, I think we studied too much this
Too much
samsara.
about what we have learned. Only God knows.
Yeah.
Until
Brother,
we learn
time.
heads in the forest, hands in the society, until we can leave the society.
Yeah.
See, one Buddha left home because of the millions and millions for centuries are benefiting from his teaching. So that Shankaracharya left his mother alone, only child, left home. Because of him, many of these things have become available to us only because of the sacrifice he did, if you want to call it a sacrifice.
Mm.
He took sannyasa. He made the mother give him sannyasa and left.
Yeah.
Though, she didn't have a husband, the only son was leaving home. Shankaracharya could have felt bad. Oh, who will look after my mother? It is my duty as my son.
But yeah, he came back to do her final rites, no?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is after she was dead.
Mm.
After she was dead, because he gave her a promise. He
He
didn't say, okay, when you are sick, I will come and look after you.
All the duties, brother. For the duty, perform the duty only he came out. Rama also did it, right? For his dad.
all
Even in the forest.
No, he didn't do.
No, he does it with while he was in the Vanavasam, he does it.
It's Shraddham he did, but he was not there.
Final rites.
For the
Because Swami tells the final rites, Rama, Dasharatha also didn't get, but Jatayu got it. That's what Swami sings in his Padya.
That is final rites. But
The only final rites Rama performed was for Jatayu.
But he was giving the Tithi.
Sai Ram.
Okay.
Okay, shall we now let's go
I
to
think,
Urudra. Let's climb up to
we
Urudra.
should go. We should go. Page.
Arjuna intercepted with a question. How did it get this name, Ashwatha? It means a banyan tree, is it not? Why was the tree of life called so? Why was it not called by some other name? A strange name for a strange tree. Listen, Ashwatha means anitya, impermanent, transient. It also means the banyan tree. Its flowers and fruits are no good for smelling or for eating. However, its leaves will be ceaselessly quivering in the wind. So it is also called chaladala, meaning quivering leaves. Worldly objects too are ever wavering, unsteady, ever-changing positions. In order to make people understand this truth and strive to overcome it, it is called Ashwatha. This disquisition is to make man develop the higher vision and yearn for steady faith in Brahman. The objective world can be truly understood only by two types of examination, the outer and the inner. There is a reasoning that binds and a reasoning that liberates. He who sees the world as world sees wrong. He who sees it as Paramatma sees right. The world is the effect. It has a cause. It cannot be different from the cause. It is just a mutation of Brahman, which constitutes it. The millions of beings are the branches, twigs, and leaves. The seed is Brahman, in which all the tree is subsumed and summarized. He who knows this knows the Veda.
Sorry, Varun, can you just check with the dictionary? Swami is calling banyan tree here. I had come across as people.
Yeah, I know. That's so the thing is, I was, because see, the real Ashwatha tree, sometimes they're saying the time at which Ashwatha, future period of thirst, start remain of less duration than the Vata or Indian fig. There are several other etymologies. So the thing is, sometimes it is used synonymously with Vata Vriksham also. Vata Vriksham means banyan tree.
Banyan tree.
Yeah, and so some people think it is people tree in Tamil, in Sri Lanka they call it bo tree. The Arasamaram, we call.
Arasamaram. Alamaram, Arasamaram.
Arasamaram.
Alamaram is banyan.
Banyan. Arasamaram is people tree.
People. That's why
Yes. So the word has been, I think, used in the Vedic times onwards, and people have used synonymous with both. Because both the leaves may be shaking. So Ashwatha by itself means the leaves are shaky. So any tree which leaves shaking is Ashwatha tree. But many people refer to it as the banyan tree because from each of the branches also roots can form.
Yeah.
And more trees. So the samsara is, you just grow and grow and grow. You plant yourself somewhere, then you grow, then you plant yourself somewhere else, you grow. So that type of meaning also is given.
Yeah,
I think that's why I use the word banyan, but
I don't know whether it is.
Whether it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
Has to understand this.
Let us call it as Ashwatha. That's best thing. Not banyan tree or people tree. Let us call it Ashwatha. Swami has also said the Ashwatha. We'll call it.
Yeah. I think we'll read the Telugu auntie.
Yeah. Yes, I think from here. అందులకు అర్జునుడు దీనికి పేరు ఎట్లా వచ్చినది?
For that, Arjuna asked, how did this name come about?
ఆ పేరు వచ్చుటకు ఆధారం ఏమి స్వామి?
What is the basis for this name to come, O Lord?
మరే ఏ పేరును పెట్టవచ్చును కదా అని అన్నాడు.
Some other name also can be kept, no?
అన్నారు. అందుకు కృష్ణుడు, అర్జున, విచిత్రమైన వృక్షమునకు పేరే విచిత్రం.
So the Krishna is telling Arjuna, for a strange tree, a strange name has been given.
అదే చిత్రము, విను. అశ్వత్థం.
That is the beauty. Listen.
Listen. అశ్వత్థం అనగా అనిత్యము, క్షణికము అని అర్థము.
Ashwatha means which is impermanent and which is temporary.
లోకమున దీనినే రావి చెట్టు ఇన్ తెలుగు స్వామి రావి చెట్టు. లోకమున దీనినే రావి చెట్టు అందరు.
So in this world, it is called Ravi Chettu, which is banyan tree.
దీనిలోని ఫలపుష్పాలు తినుటకు గాని వాసన చూచుటకు గాని పనికి వచ్చినవి కావు.
In this tree, neither the flowers nor fruits are of any use.
అంతేకాక ఎల్లప్పుడూ దాని ఆకులు ఆడుచునే ఉండు.
Not only that, its leaves are continuously shaking.
వృక్షము విశాలమై ఉండును.
The tree is very expansive and vast, spreads far.
దీనికి మరొక పేరు కూడాను కలదు.
There's another name also for this.
చలదళ మని కూడాను పేరు.
It's called Chaladala. That means shaking leaf tree.
చలించు దళములు కలదని అర్థము.
That means it contains leaves which are always shaking.
ప్రపంచ వస్తువులు కూడాను నిరంతరము చలనశీలములు.
In this world, creation world also, everything which is created is always shaky.
ప్రపంచం యొక్క అనిత్యాన్ని, నిష్ఫలత్వాన్ని నిరూపించుట కోసం దీనికి అశ్వత్థం అనే పేరు వచ్చినది.
To demonstrate that in this world everything is useless and everything is temporary, to explain this name was given.
ప్రపంచముపై వైరాగ్యమును నేర్పి ఊర్ధ్వ దృష్టి కలిగించి బ్రహ్మనిష్టను నెలకొల్పుటే ఈ అశ్వత్థము యొక్క ప్రయోజనము అని వివరించారు.
So the usefulness of this name of Ashwatha is to demonstrate that our sight should be at the top, which is the source, which is Brahman. And through that's the benefit of this tree.
ఇట్టి ప్రపంచమున గల ఒక వస్తువు యొక్క సమగ్ర స్వరూపాన్ని తెలుసుకోవాలంటే బహిరంగ నిరీక్షణ స్థూలం. ఇట్టి ప్రపంచమున గల ఒక వస్తువు యొక్క సమగ్ర స్వరూపాన్ని తెలుసుకోవాలంటే
So if you want to know the real nature of this every object in this world,
బహిరంగ నిరీక్షణ, అంతరంగ నిరీక్షణ రెండును అవసరం.
So you have to have Vahiranga means external
outer examination and inner examination.
Inner?
Outer vision or inner vision, is it? Niriksha.
Yes, Swami has used this word once before. I don't know whether you all remember. Kalyani remembers, I think.
Nirikshana.
Geetha Vahini, at the beginning of Geetha Vahini?
The first chapter of Geetha Vahini. Swami says, for you to benefit from this, you need to have inner and external focus.
Nirikshana. Okay.
Nirikshana, exact meaning, auntie, I will say.
Just to examine also, it means Nirikshana.
Nirikshana, yes. Inquiry or something like that.
Inquiry. Okay.
Yeah, it's, to see things, dissect and analyze and things.
Analysis. Analytical.
Analysis. So we have to, externally also we should do analysis. Internally also we should do analysis.
మొదటిది ఈశ్వర ప్రపంచము.
The first one is the world of Lord, creation, God's world.
రెండవది జీవ ప్రపంచము.
The second one is the world of the living beings.
జీవ ప్రపంచము బంధ కారణం.
So the world of living beings is is a bondage.
Bondage.
Cause for bondage.
ఈశ్వర ప్రపంచము బంధ రహిత కారణము.
So the world of God is without the bondage, cause without bondage.
Is it the cause of no bondage?
Yes.
Cause of no bondage.
Without rahita, by the rahita means it's without bondage.
And karanamu?
Cause.
So the world of Ishvara is the cause of
bondage freeness.
Yeah, bondage free.
See, the world of God is the cause, bondage free cause. The living beings world is cause with bondage.
ప్రపంచమును ప్రపంచముగా తెలుసుకున్నవాడే వేదవత్త కాజాలడు.
So only one who understands the created world as a created world, only such a person is capable of knowing learning the Vedas.
No, Vedavatta Kajaludu. Vedavatta Kajaludu. He cannot. Swami is saying he cannot. The one who sees Prapancha as Prapancha.
Kajaludu. Vedavatta. See, Prapanchamuga telusukonnavadu.
Vedavatta Kajaludu. He cannot be called a
knower. Sorry. So yes, I'm sorry.
ప్రపంచమును పరమాత్మ స్వరూపగా తలచినవాడే నిజమైన వేదవత్త.
Okay, sorry, thank you. So Swami is saying, if we see the world as world itself, we will never know the Vedas. We will not become a knower of Vedas. But those who can see the world as the form of the Lord, only they will become knower of Vedas.
కార్యమైన ప్రపంచము కారణమున కంటే భిన్నము కాదని.
So what we have to see, the karya means the
result.
The result, the world which is the result cannot be different from the cause of the world. That means the world is no different than God.
బ్రహ్మము మూలమని నానా జీవకోట్లు కొమ్ములని.
Knowing that the root is the Brahman and all this vast number of living beings are the branches.
ఇవి కర్మల ద్వారా వర్ధిల్లుచున్నవని తెలుసుకొనివాడు వేదవత్త కాగలడు.
So we can live with karma. If such a person who knows that, he will never become a knower of Vedas.
Once again, I will read.
Kagaladu means he can.
Kagaladu. కార్యమైన ప్రపంచము కారణమున కంటే భిన్నము కాదని. It's not different.
So the result is not different from the cause.
బ్రహ్మము మూలమని నానా జీవకోట్లు కొమ్మలని.
God is a source. God is a root. And all these living beings are the branches of that tree.
ఇవి కర్మల ద్వారా వర్ధించును అని.
They are surviving and existing because of karma.
తెలుసుకొనిన వాడు వేదవత్త కాగలడు.
So one who knows this will become one who knows the Vedas. So he is capable of becoming a knower of Vedas.
Knower. So what Swami is saying in the last sentence is, the cause is nothing different from the result. Cause and the result are one and the same. The one who knows this truth is the one who knower of Veda. Sairam.
So if we know the world is actually God, when we have that experience, and the world is so manifold only because of karma, when we know that, there's a
It's
chance that
cause and effect
possible.
relationship. Cause is not different from effect. Effect is not different from cause. Both are same. That.
So we have the physical body, mental body, and the causal body.
Yeah.
That the causal body is nothing but Atman. But we don't consider our physical body as part of that Atman.
In other words, what Swami is saying is this multiplicity of the world, what we perceive, is nothing but Brahman. Brahman himself should be seen as this multiplicity of this world. So this cause is, Brahman is a substratum. We have superimposing all of this world, universe on it. But the basic thing, the fundamental thing is Brahman. It's nothing but, this world is nothing but Brahman. To see Brahman everywhere.
When Swami is talking about the Antaranga Nirikshana and the Bahiranga Nirikshana, so he's saying, he said Bahir at first, outer, and then inner. But then he said Modati, the first is Ishvara, the world of Ishvara. So is he saying the external inquiry is the world of Ishvara? Or I'm a bit confused about that.
External creation, I think he's talking about, isn't it? External creation is by Ishvara.
I think, see, Kalyani, I think, Auntie, because Kalyani is asking, Swami used the word Bahiranga Nirikshana, Antaranga Nirikshana, Rendu no avasara. Both these are needed. So I think Kalyani's thing is, because Swami has listed Bahiranga Nirikshana, does that refer to the Ishvara Prapancha? Is the question. Antaranga Nirikshana, is it Jiva Prapancha? That's the question, no, Kalyani?
Yeah, but Swami is saying here, Ishvara Prapanchamu, Antaranirikshana renduno avasaramu, మొదటిది ఈశ్వర ప్రపంచము. దట్ మీన్స్ బహిరంగ నిరీక్షణ ఇస్ ఈశ్వర ప్రపంచము. రెండవది జీవ ప్రపంచము, దట్ ఇస్ అంతరంగ నిరీక్షణ. Am I correct?
So
బహిరంగ నిరీక్షణ is ఈశ్వర ప్రపంచ, he says. I feel the external world, what he is referring to. Bahiranga Parikshana, it is outward.
I think, Kalyani, your question is Bahiranga Ishvara and Antaranga is Jiva? That's the question.
That's the question, yeah.
Sairam, I am also having in that same, is it that translation it goes with the objective world can be truly understood only by two types of examination, the outer and the inner? I believe that is the current discussion of that translation. I thought the inner examination, that is the introspection, to go inwardly and analyze yourself, who you are, and maybe that would, in order to acquire the wisdom or jnanam or the knowledge, we have to have that sort of inner examination that is called introspection. The outer things maybe in the studying all these maybe scriptures, or maybe getting the knowledge from the others, that could be out there. And the inner, I thought nothing about, no help from others. We have to examine ourselves whether what I am doing, whether that is correct, or what I think, what I do, what I act, whether those are correct things. So kind of self-examination, that is the meaning I got it from that particular sentence. And the way it comes to the maybe the Telugu party, the maybe I didn't
It's
get it
different,
fully, but
different.
this is the essence I got it.
And one other thing, because Swami's saying the Jiva Prapancha leads to bondage and Ishvara Prapancha, no bondage. But Swami's saying both are avasaram, like both are necessary.
So,
Even the bondage is.
so Kalyani, the way I understand is, when you do the Bahiranga Nirikshana, you will find Ishvara Prapancha and Jiva Prapancha. When you do Antaranga Nirikshana also, you will find both. Because Nirikshana itself is some sort of a dissection, you do some experimental research, inquiry. So you are trying to find externally also. When you analyze, you will see the world Prapancham as Prapancham, and you will also see the Brahman. Externally also you are going to see that. Inside also you are going to see that, because there is a Jiva aspect in you and there is Brahman aspect in you also. So the Nirikshana reveals two things, is the way I understand. Okay. I don't think Bahiranga relates to Brahman. When you do the Nirikshana, you are going to find two.
Okay.
There is milk and water in both places. Separate the milk from water. Inside also there's milk and water separate. Whether you see outside also inside, you are going to see divine as well as world.
But
Inside.
Arun,
Yes,
this sentence, the objective word can be truly understood only by two types of examinations, the outer and the inner. So that means the external world can be examined both ways. You can look at it with Bahiranga Nirikshana as well as Antaranga Nirikshana. There is reasoning that binds and a reasoning that liberates. So there is a reasoning that binds and the reasoning that liberates.
But that's the way they have translated.
Yeah, they have translated
but in the Telugu, Swami says, Auntie, Ishvara Prapanchamu Bandhakaranamu.
If when you are attached to the external world, it is a binding for you.
Yes.
It binds you.
So they are saying, see, binds, and the reasoning, say, I don't know why there's a reasoning that binds and there is a reasoning that liberates.
Right. He has given that. Why
but I don't know. How can you translate Jiva Prapanchamu Bandhakaranamu? I don't know how you can translate it as Prapancham is Bandhakaranam.
External world is Bandhakaranam.
So I don't know how the reasoning.
We have to think about it.
I think it's due to Bandhakaranam, the translation has happened.
He who sees the world as world sees wrong. That, of course.
Yes.
The one, the Prapancham is, as Prapancha is wrong.
Yes.
The Paramatma, he sees it as right.
I think we need some Nirikshana here.
Yeah, also, we need some Nirikshana. We have to dissect it properly to understand.
So we are not supposed to see the world as a material world.
No.
You have to see as a Paramatma.
If you see it as a world, it will not give you Vairagya.
Yes.
Paramatma, it will give you Vairagya.
Gives you Vairagya. Then who knows that knows the Vedas.
Yes.
That's good.
Veda.
Yes.
Vedas means actually who knows has the knowledge. Veda with means yes.
Yeah.
Vedam
No.
itself is knowledge.
So if you come to that, say you know every kind of like understands.
Not Vedas, not as a text or scripture.
No.
You come to know about the.
Come to know about that Vedas. Yes.
Maybe
why Lords create this world kind of. Thank you.
After reading the subsequent paragraphs, these two, we better understand the discussion. We spent a lot of time. The world is the instrument. Now I better understand that with Vairagya, you earn the wisdom by the grace of God. Then the world would help you to attain the renunciation, or you will look at the world with the eyes of the wisdom, and you will not be affected by the material world. Now it's much more clearer, what we discussed previously.
Yes.
But because of that discussion, it's cleared out so much. Even though Brother Aruna wants to stop like but we cleared it out. Auntie, thank you, Brother Aruna. Thank you very much. Being patient.
4:32.
Oh, time up. We didn't see the time. So we'll close today. I hope people didn't get too bored with the discussion. We'll close. I think it's good. I think we should learn to understand so we can live a little better, Saira, we'll close and we'll meet next week, Saira. Oh. Samastaloka sukhino bhavantu. Samastaloka sukhino bhavantu. Samastaloka sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.